Hi, and welcome to Sunshine Startups Live. I'm investor, entrepreneur, and startup enthusiast. It's day 2 here at Emerge Americas, celebrating 10 years, 10-year anniversary here. And John and I have been going back to back, having a great time with meeting with wonderful startups. And John, it's great to be with you, my friend.
Good to be with you again, my friend. I am so excited that we're on the road yet again here at Emerge America's 10-year anniversary. It is very exciting. My voice is starting to officially go after 2 solid days of a lot of talking and networking. Has been absolutely fabulous. And I think the most important thing that I'm taking away from this entire experience is the interaction that we're getting with the entrepreneurship community, these early stage startups and scale ups. And we have another one with us here in a few moments. So take it away.
Yeah, and it's I love these little 10-minute segments where we could talk to the entrepreneur, the founder, obviously of great interest with who's going to make it, who's going to be winning the big Emerge prize, and then in just finding out their experiences so far being at Emerge, meeting with venture capitalists, potential partners. Really excited to have Vanessa Sanchez with us. Her company is Bonnee.
Correct.
So we're going to hear all about Bonnee and her business, Bonnie's business. I love it. So welcome, and thanks for taking the time out to meet with us on this podcast.
Hi, thank you so much for having me. I'm excited to talk more about Bonnee and sustainable fashion.
So let's start with that. Give us the pitch. Tell us about Bonnee.
Yeah, so Bonnee is a new platform where you can swap your clothing, accessories, and vintage finds. We launched here in Miami in late January, and our app is available on Google Play and Apple. So if you're anywhere in the US, you can join and swap.
When we first started talking before we went live, I thought she said, and fine wine. And I'm like, maybe that's another element. I mean, vintage clothes and fine wine would be really, really, really cool.
That's the next business.
I love it. I'm an investor. Well, we'll invest in it. We'll drink the wine. So let's talk a little bit about your founder's journey. Give us a little bit background on the pathway that you've taken as a founder that brought you to where you are today.
Of course. So I'm one of 3 female founders. We're all here based in Miami. We worked together 10 years ago. We were a great partnership. And when we came up with Bonnee, we decided that we were the perfect trio to work on this. We are avid swappers and thrifters ourselves, and we've been on tons of resale platforms where you can buy and sell. And we saw that there was a need for a platform where you could digitize the in-person swap experience. So we created Bonnee, and we're so excited that we were able to do it together. We really are a great partnership.
As she said, I'm so excited. Did you hear the crowd in the background?
Yeah.
That was awesome.
They were cheering her on.
And I got to say, I imagine you're an incredible pitcher because you're very articulate. You know what you're saying. You believe in what you're saying. This is a true entrepreneur we got here, Jim.
And you've done this a couple of times. I mean, this is, you were sharing with me earlier that this is your second time at Emerge. You came out of startup FIU. You've gotten some accolades already. So congratulations on the initial traction. So what are you looking for now at Emerge? So you're here today, you're pitching, you're meeting with folks. What are you hearing and what are you sharing?
Yeah, so it's our second time at Emerge. The first time that we participated, we just had an idea. We came through MDC's Idea Center. We won a pitch competition, which got us into the Startup Showcase. We were so excited to be here. We were able to grow our wait list. And this time around, we came through Startup FIU. We're so excited to be talking to so many college students, so many people who understand the need for sustainable fashion, who love swapping, who are on platforms like resale platforms already. So it's just great to be able to do, really, it's a lot of focus groups right now, talking to people one-on-one. We've been able to talk to hundreds of people. We're so excited to be back. And right now we are just trying to build traction on our app. Of course, we are welcoming conversations with investors, anyone who is interested in learning more about our business, and of course, having those conversations.
So let's take a deeper dive into your business because I want to learn more about it. And what is the market opportunity truly like?
Yeah, so our markets Our ideal customer is someone who is a millennial or a Gen Z. There are over 140 million. Of course, anyone can swap.
I don't know what we are anymore. Hey, I'm the same age as you, roughly.
I was called ma'am yesterday by a teen. So I was like, come on, I'm your peer.
So, all right, I might be slightly out of that box, but so could continue, please.
Yeah, so there are over 140 million millennials and Gen Z in the country, and so many of them, 62% of them, actually turn to the secondhand market first before they even consider buying something new. So having an alternative like Bonnee is amazing for them. You know, they're always on their phones. They are used to platforms, online retailers. So we're just so excited to be on the market and be there for them.
So you got some competition in the space potentially, but so maybe what are some of your differentiators? What makes Bonnee unique?
Yeah, so our app is incredibly simple to use. You post an item that you no longer want and you're ready to part with because it is a permanent transaction. You receive 1 credit, and with that 1 credit, you can take any item on the platform. You just pay for the shipping. So it's really simple to use. We also have social features where you're able to post your outfit of the day. You're able to comment, like, share, connect with other people who are into fashion, sustainability. Here in Miami, we do have a huge and robust fashion community, but perhaps someone who lives in a smaller city or another town can find their style twin across the country.
So how do you match the inventory up with the customer base?
So when we created Bonnee, we wanted to make it as simple as possible. So we're empowering the user to decide what item they want to part with and what item they want in return. So it's up to you if you want to get a graphic tee. So this t-shirt that I'm wearing right now is something that I swapped on Bonnee with a user in Texas. So just being able to connect with people from all across the country has been so amazing.
And do you have any kind of a validation piece to it? Like, say, for example, somebody's selling a Burberry product, and obviously it's not brand new, but they say it is. Can you cross-check to make sure it's going through a legitimate check to say, yeah, that's a real Burberry?
Yeah, so that is something that we're adding into version 2 of our app. It's not available right now. We're finding that people are posting a lot of mid-range brands. So that's really sort of our market right now. But as we grow and expand, we're looking to add features such as quality verification.
The reason I brought that up is we were in Europe recently, and I forgot that I wanted to buy something and I couldn't get back to get it. So I went online, and my wife introduced me to this thing that she just discovered, and I found the same product, used but still tagged unused, new but used, and an extra $15 I had to pay, and they would do an actual in-person validation to make sure it was what it was. So it's being UPS to me as we speak, but I thought that was interesting.
Yeah, the model sounds a little similar to the Real. And obviously they're doing on high-end merchandise, the Louis Vuittons and so forth. But this is a little bit more of a demographic, generational differentiator. Is that how you would describe it that way?
Yeah, so when we were using these resale platforms, we were just finding that they were so incredibly expensive, and they were no longer accessible to the average person. So we wanted to make a platform for those people who are going to work, people who are going perhaps on a vacation, who need a new wardrobe but don't have the budget to constantly be buying new outfits. And this is amazing because you're also being part of this circular fashion movement. I don't know if you all know, but the fashion industry is such a huge polluter. It's the second largest polluter in the planet. On average, we throw away 84 pounds of clothing per person every year, which when you think of it is just an astronomical amount of new items with tags or in great condition that are being thrown away, but they can be swapped instead. So we want to be part of the solution.
So Emerge Americas, talk to us about what Emerge Americas does for you and what you're hoping to get out of it. Have you had any successes in the last day and a half?
Yeah, of course. So as part of participating in the Startup Showcase, we are able to connect with mentors who are helping us so much, helping us perfect our pitch, just being able to be part of this supportive community here at Emerge Americas and the Miami tech community in general. It's just so amazing. I mean, we're 3 female founders. We don't have a background in tech, but we are passionate about what we're doing with Bonnee. So being able to be part of that supportive community has just been so much, especially the second time around.
So I love the idea. I love the empowerment. It seems like you're trying to carve out a marketplace here. Talk to us about the kind of traction a little bit. You mentioned the one user. You've got somebody you found in Texas. How many users are on the platform today? What kind of growth are you experiencing?
Yeah, so we launched the app in late January, and we've had over 600 downloads. We're very excited about that. Our community is constantly growing. Yesterday, we were able to have conversations with so many college students from MDC, FIU, UM, high school students as well. who are so familiar with online marketplaces. So being able to speak with them in person and really just talk about Bonnee has been amazing. We're seeing that there's a lot of interest in what it is that we're doing. Before we created Bonnee, we did do a lot of focus groups to make sure that there was a need in the market. And we found that there was this hole for digitizing the in-person swap experience. So we're just so excited that we were able to do that.
So if we could help you in any way, if you had a message to go out to the community, because we'll make sure we'll help promote you, what is it in terms of your needs? What are you looking for? How can the community help?
Yeah, so two of the big things is please download and swap on Bonnee, first of all. You can find us on Google Play or on Apple. We're available all across the U.S. If you know someone who themselves likes to swap, to thrift, or if you're interested in doing it for the first time, there's something there for everyone, from graphic tees to dresses to pants. We're all sizes, all styles. We want to make sure that our platform is incredibly inclusive. And if you are an investor or someone who is interested in learning more about the business side of Bonnee, we'd be happy to have those conversations. We are a marketplace, but we focus on sustainability and fashion and inclusion, and also have social aspects on our app. So anyone who's interested, please reach out to us.
And quickly, what does Bonnee mean?
So this is a funny story. So one of my co-founders and I went to the UK a few years ago to go see the Spice Girls reunion tour. We were part of the Spice Girls generation, and we did a stop in Scotland. And they use the term Bonnee a lot to describe a Bonnee woman, a Bonnee man, and we started saying that amongst ourselves as the co-founders. So when we started to think about Bonnee and try to come up with a name, we decided, you know what, Bonnee. Anyone could be Bonnee. Anyone could feel Bonnee.
So here's a quick funny story. I grew up in Vancouver, Canada.
Oh my goodness, I'm Canadian.
Where are you from?
Toronto.
Oh, big beliefs. Okay, connect. And so, well, take off, you hoser. You know what I'm talking about. So, do you know what this means? Do you remember that?
No.
Oh,
my goodness.
Okay, that's for another conversation. That's another one.
I want to hear that.
Movie, The Great White North. It's
yeah.
So the UK, quickly, I went to school in Cardiff, Wales, and I lived in London, and I was also in radio from 1996 to 1999 in the UK. And do you know who the first Canadian was to interview the Spice Girls?
Who?
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Oh, I would die if I met them in person.
Yes.
Oh my goodness, I'm such a fan.
Yes.
I would have liked to met the Spice Girls over John, I'll be honest with you. But I'm really excited about your traction. I could, you're wonderful. You got a great presentation and an interesting business model. Congratulations on the success thus far. Vanessa Sanchez, the company is Bonnee. Thanks so much for being on the podcast.
Thanks so much for having me.
Congratulations and good luck.
Thank you.
Remember to subscribe, like, and share the Sunshine Startups Live podcast, and follow us on social media. If you're interested in sponsoring or appearing on the show, please email us at booking@sunshinestartups.live.